Okay, so beautiful day we have here again, and I'm right back at your face. This is so lovely, and I'm happy that I'm doing this. I don't know, I just know that I'm so glad doing this, impacting and releasing knowledge that I know is transforming your life and is changing you and is helping you lead a more successful relationship. Not just the love and the boyfriend and marriage thing, but also how you lead a successful, simple, and successful relationship in your everyday life with everyone else aside from your boyfriend. Sometimes, most of us, we are very good and we already know by intuition how to treat, how to attend to, how to affect our boyfriend, the person we have that special connection with. Because you don't want to lose them, you are careful and mindful of your composition and your reaction and how you do things with them. But after that, the next person you meet and you face gets the side of you that someone would never believe exists if they see you dealing with your boyfriend or your girlfriend. And this is particularly what this is all about. This whole series and this session is all about. Today, I am dealing with the topic I call how to love. How to love. Some persons already believe that they know how to love, but well, by the time we are done with this episode, you would conclude if you've already known, have you been practicing, and if you don't know, well, you've learned or you've gotten a chance to learn. So again, my name is Stephen Ode Ejugo, a relationship and a life coach. That is what I do, and that is what gives me my utmost satisfaction to see you lead a successful relationship with fellow human beings, not just discarding them because you discard one person today, you might be shocked so rudely tomorrow that that person you discarded and maltreated and misconceived today is become the pillar that you need to rest on. Otherwise, you will fall so down, so down, so down. And that is because we don't know all of the figures. We don't have all of the answers. That's why we need to learn how to live cordially, how to conduct ourselves, and not just to react, but how to respond properly to things and to people. You might be thinking, okay, the word react and respond, like you must have known, I am mindful of words. The word react is different from the word respond. When you react to something, reaction rolls on your emotion, and your response rolls on your emotion too. But this is the difference. Every time you react to something or you react to someone, you allow your emotion to lead you and to guide you and to be dragging you behind it. It means every time you react to things, every time you react to someone, you are being led by your emotion. You are being dragged. You are being being carried by your emotion. You are being swayed off by your emotion. You are not in control. Your emotion is controlling you. And with that, permit me to say that you are not so different. If that's what you do all the time, then you are not so different from that person who is in the psychiatric ward getting chained and tied up with medications because something is also driving them that they are not in control of in their right senses. It's also a state of mental imbalance when you react, when your tendencies are to react to things and to people more. It means your emotions are controlling you. You need medical checkup, quick and fast. But if what you do is respond, and this, I'm very sure a lot of persons don't know how to do this. They just coincidentally by chance stumble on it, and by maybe experience, or for those that are privileged to grow under a stabilized parenthood, they could learn it, or they had the privilege of meeting someone, they could learn it, but it's not the common thing that you respond. People don't know how to respond to things. And by respond, what do we mean? When you respond, it's just the opposite of reacting. That's in my dictionary anyway. When you are responding to things or to someone, it only means you pick up that emotion and guide it where you should go. You don't go after it like a pet going after some chick. You guide your emotion where you want it to go and stop it where you want it to stop. That's what responding means. So when you are responding, let's say in the face of some sad situation and bad situation, where you are naturally expected to flare up, to get angry and mess everything up and say your mind, like some people will say it, give them a piece of your mind and let them know that you are not dumb and you are so smart and intelligent. Well, that might not be totally bad, but is that your emotion driving you, or is that you driving your emotion? Because if your emotion is driving you, you will go off limit and offshore. But if you are the one driving your emotions, you will do that intelligently, and your message will be passed without anyone excessively hurt. Okay? Because in responding, you put the other person in consideration too, although they may be wrong, although that thing may be wrong to be done, and you have the right to bust it all out in their face. Yet, you will be seeing what we'll be looking at shortly. That there would be respect wrapped up in your response. You marinate your response with respect, and you deliver it like that, and it will serve a more effective purpose than when you had reacted and just bust it all out in their face like they deserved it. And that is why today we'll be looking at what I titled How to Love. How to love. How do I love? What do I need to do to love? These are things, are tools and skills that I believe should be at the fingertips of everyone. First of all, I want to make this clear, crystal clear, that age does not qualify you for a love relationship. That you are 30 years old, that you are 25 years old, that you are 40 years old is not a guarantee, is not a legal ground, is not a surety that you are supposed to be in a relationship, as opposed to what some people even believe, that when you clock a certain age, that you are late already for a relationship, that you are expected to be in a relationship since few days back, just before my conference, UCAN conference, I got to answer a question of a 400 level student, and some of his questions were tailored. One of the questions he asked was tailored around the right timing of being in a relationship, and he said that some of his friends, he's a guy, and some of his male guys have been mocking him and scorning him and laughing at him that he is not in a relationship, he doesn't have a girlfriend, he's not been dating and all of those things. And he was getting to him, and he needed guide. So he came to me, and we got talking, and one of the things I told him is what I'm saying now, that age does not qualify for a love relationship. That you are this old does not qualify you to be in a relationship. Mind, you are not in a relationship with a goat. You are not in a relationship with a thing. You are going to be in a relationship with another complete human being. And if that is true, it means your age, notwithstanding, is not enough premise upon which you can make the conclusion that you should be in a relationship. So if your age is not what qualifies you for a love relationship, what qualifies you? I'll tell you now. Knowledge does. Knowledge qualifies you for a love relationship. There is nothing that qualifies any easier than knowledge. When you have gotten the right knowledge, even at 20, even at 18, you can get into a relationship and make it work. Knowledge separates a working relationship from a non-working relationship. Knowledge is the thin line that separates a successful and healthy relationship from a non-successful and unhealthy relationship. It's not their age, you know. It's not anything, Well, one thing that I like to tell people is you are not considered matured until you come to a point where you know that and you accept that help is not going to come. If you have not come to that point where you are certain that you have embraced it in yourself as a complete reality that help may not come, that lifeguard may not appear, that rescue team may not arrive, that help may not show up. If you don't believe that and you still expect, or at a junction you still always believe that there's supposed to be someone or something that should help you and lift you off, you're joking. You are still a baby, immature person. The true test of maturity is first proven. Mind you, it is first, that's what I said, it is first proven on your ability to take responsibility and not look for someone to come take it off your shoulders. So looking for a rescue team is relegating your responsibility for someone else to come bear. So if that is the case, then you are considered immature. And as immature, you are irresponsible. And as irresponsible, you are not permitted to engage another human being in an active love relationship. Because what we are dealing with today is how to love. Okay, so age does not qualify you to love or be in a love relationship. Okay, age does not qualify you. It is knowledge, intelligent knowledge, the right knowledge that qualifies you. Okay. One question, because what I intend to achieve in this particular recording and this message is to somehow attend to the questions that I've been getting, questions that I've gotten from a few persons, and I've gotten all of these questions. Some of them are repeated over and over, different persons but having similar and the same questions. So that's what we are attending to today. The next thing I'll be attending to is this, that nothing happens at the altar of solemnization. That might be shocking news to some of you, but that is the bitter truth. Some people believe that it will change after we get married, it will change, or she will get better after we get married, she will get better. Maybe because you heard of the story of one person in the midst of a million and another in the midst of a billion who was somehow before, but after they got married, after they got home from the altar, somehow something changed and they became better, and the two of them lived happily ever after. Well, these are exceptions, but the truth is this: these exceptions happen like one in a lifetime. Okay, so the chances of having that as a repeated reality is lesser than 1. That's the probability is so less, it's lesser than 1. And if lesser than 1, it means it most likely won't happen. So you may not be the next lucky guy or the next lucky girl. Okay, so believe this, and that will save you a a number of years that you might have spent wallowing in the pain. Nothing happens at the altar of solemnization. The guy will not change if he has not changed before he got to the altar. And the lady would not be anything better if she had not improved on herself before she got to the altar. What you bring to the altar is what you take home. What he brings to the altar is what he takes home. What she brings to the altar is what she takes home. It's not a function of the prayers of the priest. It is more of the function of the person. So if someone will not change for you before you get married to him, then the chances that he will change for you after he's gotten you to his house is so less than one. Sometimes I even try to say that it's less than zero. But that is the truth. That is the truth. Whatever you bring to the table is what you take home. Nothing changes on the altar of solemnization. Not the priest's prayer will not change it, and your fasting and prayer will not change it. Not because fasting and prayer is ineffective, but these are principles. The chances of having that changed is so slim. Mind you, scientifically, and it's been researched and proven that a lot, up to 70% of marital problems or marriage issues or marriage challenges are permanent. They are irreparable. So you might want to stop fretting and start living your life. And if that is the case, it means this ideology is just as true as knowing that you are a male or you are a female. And nothing changes on the altar. Because if anything changes on the altar, it means the marital challenges are supposed to diminish with time. But it doesn't really. Up to 70% of marriage issues remain the way they are, unchanged. You only learn to live with them. You live with it. So if you see traces and you see signs and indications, you see the signs and the symptoms in the air around him, and you think, well, I can change him. Well, I will change him. Well, he will change for me. Well, he will be better. Everybody gets better. Well, you are just deceiving yourself, and nothing is as painful, as bad as self-deception. It's the height of it. And you might want to start delivering yourself from that. What I call the unfathomable law is this, that if he won't change to get you, then he won't change to keep you. If he or she, if the guy, the lady, the sexy queen, the slave mama, the prince charming, the nicest, the finest, if he won't change because of you, then he won't change to keep you. If he did not change to get you, he won't change to keep you. It's not a curse, it's not a prayer, so you don't need to say amen or you don't need to say never. It's a proven fact, it's a reality. What he did not change to get means it's not valuable enough to change to keep. Okay, so you might want to get that into your head, get that into your mind, and begin to live with the fact that if what you married is like this, then you just learn how to live with it and see how best you can do to improve yourself and to live a better life with that. But if you have not crossed the altar yet, then know that if he is not changing, no matter the sentiment and the emotions locked up inside, it's not going to change to keep you. You know that, you know peace. Yes, you know that, you know peace. There are some things, basic, simple things that healthy relationship consists of. And I will just run through them as I bring this beautiful session to a wrap up. The first thing that healthy relationship consists of is respect. Respect, mutual respect. respect, they say, is reciprocal. You cannot say you are respectful and then you don't put the other person into consideration in your words, in your thoughts, in your imagination, in your expression. Respect is important. It ranks up when considering both genders, because if we want to consider both genders as separate individuals, then we will consider for the male separate and for the female separate. But when bringing them together as a single human being, what counts in an interpersonal relationship, irrespective of the context in which your own is captured, what defines a healthy relationship in a healthy interpersonal relationship first is respect. Respect, mutual respect. You must be able to respect the person that you are relating with as much as the person respects you. The person must respect your decision, must respect your opinion, must respect your view, and so goes for you to respect them in everything they do. Respect them. You don't try to talk them down and make them feel like whatever your challenges or your troubles are, respect their individuality. Respect their individuality. It's very important. Respect. The second thing closest to it on the list is understanding. There is no way to overemphasize this. It's called understanding. Healthy relationships have a very strong and robust support base called understanding. They accommodate each other. If you respect someone, it will be easy for you to accommodate them. It will be easy for you to understand them. It will be easy for you to make excuses for them. It will be easy for you to give them a benefit of doubt. That's what understanding does. Understanding allows you to give the person a second chance to repeat it. If it's wrong, if they did something wrong, you should be understanding enough to at least allow them another chance to repeat it. And if it's just general understanding, we can go on and on. There are books, there are studies, there are researches that are very rich. You can go on and expound on that. Understanding in a relationship is so important as respect is in a relationship. When left to me personally, I can accredit respect to mean the hair and the understanding to mean the blood. The hair and then the blood. The hair and then the blood. When you take blood out of someone's body, if you drain a man's blood, he will die very shortly. When understanding is withdrawn from any relationship, it's only a matter of short time, not even a long time. It's going to die quickly. Okay? The third thing that a healthy relationship consists of is communication and empathy. I join these together because it goes hand in hand. When you are in a relationship and there is healthy communication. Now, some persons will say communication is the first on the list, which I will agree. So what I'm saying is I'm not classifying it as hierarchy of the highest, but I'm telling you that when comparing the two together, you see respect. Even when you are communicating, respect still stands out. If you are communicating very well, but your communication lacks respect, it's bound to cause more havoc than good. Although you communicate properly and regularly, you talk regularly, but when the atom of respect is missing, there is trouble. And so also goes for understanding. Although communication is pivotal and is important, but when you communicate without proper understanding of who you are communicating to or understanding of what you are communicating, there is bound to be trouble. So woven, although communication is woven into every of these prerequisites for a healthy relationship, it still stands below if it is to be identified individually on my list. On my list, if it's going to be separated individually like I just did, it's going to stand below respect and understanding. Communication is better suited for a relationship and more effective in a relationship where respect and understanding is robust. No matter how much of communication base you have established, how much you spend to achieve proper communication, current and complete, you talk very well. If respect and understanding is missing, the relationship will still be a forgotten tale. It's only a matter of time. Although you talk well, but it will not connect. What makes communication effective and connecting is the respect and the understanding that rolls with it. So you wrap your communication with respect above and understanding below, just like a sandwich. Otherwise, it's not complete. So that is it. So I call communication and empathy. Empathy, that is not a new word. So communication and empathy is very key. These are the three prerequisites that I have itemized as needed for a healthy interpersonal relationship. If you see that any of this is missing in the relationship you have, either as a family, as an individual with persons, or you think you are having challenges with any of these kinds, any of these prerequisites, you can let me know in the comment section. And if there's anyone that you are very good at, that you know that, oh, this one I'm very good at it, you can let me know in the comment section. Just say something in the comment section and I'll sure get back to you immediately. And if there is anything you want me to touch that I omitted, please let me also know in the comment section. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed, kindly do that now. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and like this video. Likewise, share it with someone that you know needs it now. All right. So thank you very much and see you in my next video.